something, it's everything. Music is every single aspect of life for me. It gets me through hard times. It gets me through exciting times. It gets me through moods. It gets me through physical things. It gets me through anxieties. It gets me through, sadness. It gets me through everything. Every bit of music can relate to a certain aspect of your life. Anyways, last year, I hit a very low point. I've always been someone who resides on the internet, my home life and my family life has not been very accepting of me. I feel very pressured to keep on the down low and not be myself, in terms of everything, sexuality, interests, beliefs, stuff like that. And I've dealt with it for a long while, and it doesn't eat me up. It's fine. It's all that I've known. I've learned to live with it. I know that people are in worse situations. I put that into perspective, and I'm totally okay with that. Anyways, I reside on the internet, and I have for a really long time. And I've met so many great people. I've tried to do YouTube since I was like 10. Here I am 20 I have a Twitch channel. I have you guys here. I love you. Anyways, yeah. So residing on the internet was fun. I didn't go to real high school. I was homeschooled. So I had a lot of time to myself. And I think what I did subconsciously is I saw the experience of what my life is and how I felt like I couldn't be myself. And I saw that as something subconsciously that meant that I didn't mean anything as a person. And I know this might be a little difficult to hear because this is not how I feel anymore. But I want to be honest, and I want to be transparent with you guys. Last year, I was in a very, very low point. I felt very worthless. I felt like every single physical aspect of me was disgusting. I felt horrible with every single thing that I was doing. I shut myself away from my friends and and the people that I care about and the things that define me as a person. And yeah, so now here I am. When I went into this year, like by the end of last year, I was at a point where it's like, there's something wrong. Life isn't supposed to be like this. And, I had a couple talks with friends here and there. And Jake was one of those friends. I had a couple other friends that I talked to. And I realized that, I'm putting myself through stuff that I literally don't need to. And how do I knock that habit? How do I get that habit away from me? If you guys want more deets, I'll just give you more deets, man. I want to be transparent. Apparently, I'm changing the music. I had body dysphoria and I had an eating disorder. So I was very uncomfortable with myself. I felt disgusting. I starved myself because I was very fat when I was younger. I was obese. I was very unhealthy. I'll say that. Hey, Sar, how's it going? We're having real talk right now. I'm sharing a lot about my life. I'm being transparent with you guys. Bad timing? No. That's perfect timing. Come in here and say Big Chungus. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm talking about being obese and unhealthy and how I went from having the eating disorder to being fine now. And I'm going along the line of it. And you come in here and say Big Chungus. That is exactly the kind of humor and the kind of lightheartedness and the kind of glitch in the matrix that we need. How you doing today, Sar? Anyways. Yeah. So I thought life was normal, that I was supposed to hate myself and that I should not eat and that I should not take care of myself because I didn't deserve it or something like that. And that was all because I felt so uncomfortable in my situation growing up, with my family and the friends that I did have. So here I am, barbecue sauce on my titties, in 2019, and I'm just sitting here I'm really tired of how I'm feeling and what I'm putting myself through, and I can't go through this very much longer. Or something's gonna happen, I'm gonna snap. And I talked to a couple friends, and it didn't really get through to me that my friends and the people that I know will always be there for me, and the only reason I will feel alone is if I don't reach out when I need help. And I didn't reach out when I needed help. I shut it in. And it got me to a very low point where I would literally just sleep all day and not do anything. My life was not a life, it was And that's my perspective. Anyways, when I went into this year, I had one goal. I wanted to clear my mind. I wanted to set something up for me so I could move on in life and move on from this stupid shit that I put myself through. It's just a thing that I said, you know. It doesn't mean too much. It was my starting point. I want to go into 2020 and not do anything that wouldn't make my 10-year-old self happy or unhappy. I mean, so I just want to do everything that a kid me would like to do, you know. So I started out this year doing that, and here's what I did. Because in 2019, I stopped playing games. I stopped going on the internet and doing the things that define me as a person. And it got me to a place where I was in that position, you know? I'm pretty sure all of you have experienced that kind of loneliness and that kind of, you don't want to be around people and you don't want to be around yourself and you just don't know how to cope. And thankfully, my coping mechanisms weren't very destructive. My coping mechanisms were panic attacks and sleeping. You know, it could have been way worse, and I'm so grateful that it didn't get to anything worse. You know, I am a rational person, and even in my lowest points, I still think through stuff, and I know what I'm going through, so at least I can analyze that. And I'm so glad that I'm in that position, and mentally, even if I'm in a bad place, because I didn't reach out to my friends until after I wanted to make a change, you know? Like, when it was happening, I have friends that talk to me, and they're like, dude, I see what you went through, and, like, I wish I could have been there for you. And, like, I tell them, I'm glad you weren't here for me because I needed to know what it would be like if I was alone. And I wanted to, and like coming out of it and having so many of you amazing people in my life is the most blissful thing that I've ever experienced. And then I meet Kim, and Kim is just like me, and I get to move to Sweden and spend my life with someone that I love, and I have a community of people that I could care about and that I could call my family. You guys have no idea how thankful I am for you. Jesus, man. Shit. I wake up every day smiling, knowing that you guys are here for me. And that even if I don't talk to you, I know that you guys will always be here for me, and I'm always going to be here for you as much as I can try to be. So, that's me. I came into this year with that one thing. Anyways, I didn't even get to the Alter Bridge point. I started out clearing my mind from the things that I did. Instead of spending time with family, instead of sleeping, instead of focusing on food, my food intake and stupid shit like that, I walked. I just went outside and I walked and I listened to music, and the band that I listened to was Alter Bridge. I listened to every single thing from Alter Bridge. And then I started streaming, and here Eelman and Spooky Lucy and Spooky Mumsy are requesting Alter Bridge pretty much every stream, completely unrelated to the fact that they helped me get through a part of my life that I was so scared in, and I was so unsure of my future. And it's just like, it's another sign, you know? I can't put into words what life is like for me right now. I just want you guys to know that if you're in a position where you feel uncomfortable or alone, you're not alone, and you can feel comfortable knowing that there are people like me that care about you. I fucking love all of you, and I'm never gonna stop. You know, we go through stupid stuff. We have the stupidest. Look at this stream. I'm over here crying. Look at what the title says. this is the stupidest thing that could possibly bless the Twitch community. And I'm so proud of it. I could not be more proud. This is the most proud I've ever been of anything in my life. And I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of where I've come, and I'm proud of who I am and who I'm going to be in the future. And who I'm becoming. And just every single aspect of my life is amazing. And it took me so long, and it took me getting to a really low point to understand that life is going to go up and down, and it is beautiful no matter what, because if there's bad, when it's good, that bad is going to make the good so much better, you know? So if you're in a bad place, just know that you need to ride out the bad to get to the good times, you know? Jake told me something, and I've said this before, that when Bob Ross, yeah, we're talking about Bob Ross now. When Bob Ross lost his wife, the first episode that he did after that, he was calm, he was painting, and at one point he said, "You can't have light without dark. I'm in the dark times right now, and I'm just riding it out into the light." And he looked at the camera and he fucking smiled. That man knew what position he was in. He knew that he was in a bad place, and that life felt like it had left him high and dry, you know? And he just knew that it was beautiful, and that life is gonna move on. And having that perspective is so life-changing, and I want you guys to feel it. I want you to embed it in yourself, because it's true. Fucking true. Okay? There we go. That's me. Hi. I'm Jesse. It's nice to meet you guys. It's nice to be part of your life.